Does this look like an exaggerated version of you? If you're an office worker, most likely it does. Honestly, no matter who you are, most likely you do have internally rotated shoulders. And what I'm going to teach you today is how to get yourself healthy and have more externally rotated shoulders. What we need to do is three things. We have to stretch, we have to release, and we have to exercise. These three things are going to be how we fix this problem. We're going to lengthen, we're going to release blood flow, and then whilst that happens, we're going to be building up the strength, so we're automatically in that position. So, attached to the shoulder is the chest, is the lats, is, well, the whole shoulder blade, and the spine. What we have to do is focus on each of these areas. So we're going to start with stretches, starting with stretching the chest. Now, the most simple one is going up against the wall, arm starting up high, stepping forward and feeling this stretch in here. Now, next, you'll go middle ranged. You can either have your arm out straight, or you can have your arm on the side and step forward again. Feel this stretch in the chest. And then, bottom. Feel the stretch. Do 10 to 15 seconds of each level, both arms. I'll show you this way. Number 1, number 2, number 3. This will hit all the different areas of the chest. Moving on to the lats. So, of course, there are a lot more stretches you can do for the chest, but I just want to keep it simple today, show you one thing for each body part. For the lats, hold onto some sort of pole. In this case, I'll use this cable machine. And what you're going to do is you're going to step back to the point where you feel like you're going to fall if you let go of the pole. Now, when you're down in that position, I want you to tilt to one side and feel if you can feel your lats. For me, I can really feel my lats. And then you're going to twist to the other side. You're going to hold each side for about 30 seconds. And then you'll be lengthening your lats. Now, when you do this, one thing I do want to mention is your head should be in the middle of your arms. You can slightly bend your knees if it's gonna help you feel the stretch more. And remember to step out, maybe keep this a bit high and really feel that stretch. Now, we've done the lats, so we're going to do the spine. And that's called thoracic extension. The one I'm going to show you today is a simple wall thoracic extension exercise. So what you're going to do is you're going to go down on your knee, and all you're going to do is completely open up and go back, and open up and go back. Do 10 reps. You'll be feeling this in the spine. Your end goal is to have completely straight arms. Most likely, you won't be able to do that. If this is easy, you can hold a resistance band. And then, what we're going to be doing is stretching out with the resistance band. Of course, the smaller the band, the more thicker the band, the harder it will be. So now that we've done the spine, what we need to then do is the actual shoulder. So generally, for the shoulder, you don't really have to focus on stretching it, mainly releasing it, because we've done all the areas around it. But we need to do something that is essentially forcing us to go backwards. So what I'm going to show you today is a simple exercise that you can do. So you might know this as the Superman exercise, where you're going up. So literally, that's what we're going to do. Rather than being down like this, we're going to be pulling our shoulders up. You can either hold this or you can rep it out. this is also working out the core at the same time. And that also will give you a good stretch on your actual shoulders. So that's the stretching part. Now we're gonna go to the releasing part. Today, the releasing I'm gonna show you is going to be with a foam roller. Just the ordinary foam roller. We're going to roll each of the areas that we just stretched. So we're gonna start with the chest. You can either go one side at a time, you can go both sides together. And you just want to stretch all the muscles, tilt, find the spot which is really tight, and then do small little movements on that spot. And then maybe you'll work your way down the whole chest or down the sides, in the middle. You want to find each little area, maybe spend about 2 minutes in total, just foam rolling the chest. Realistically, you won't have too long to spend time-wise, and I totally understand that. And we need to work around that. Next, we're gonna go to the lats. So here, foam rolling the lats. If you lift your legs up, then you're gonna feel more tension on the lats. Find the spot that feels tightest. Go a bit, rotate this way, rotate back, just find the tightest spot, work your way up and down the lats. And then we've got the spine, where we're going to foam roll the back and find the spot with the most tension. If you lift yourself up, you're gonna feel more tension. Tennis balls are also a very good way of releasing through rather than foam rolling. You can also use spiky foam rollers, but also depending on each muscle that you're actually trying to release, you don't want to go too heavy on impact. And then, of course, there is releasing the shoulder, where we more of foam roll the shoulder blade and find a spot that feels tight, or use a tennis ball and foam roll inside here, this area over here. If you have neck problems as well, thoracic extension exercise generally will help. Now what we have to do, now that we're all lengthened and our blood is flowing throughout our body, we have to exercise each of these areas. So a simple chest exercise to do to start is going to be a push-up. What you're going to do, high plank position, retract your shoulders, chest to the floor, elbows tight and in, and pushing yourself back up. This might be too hard for you to do, and that's okay. What we're gonna instead do is a simple chest fly. Either hold weights or don't hold weights, whatever you can do. Slightly bend your elbows, open up the chest completely, and close it. Now, I either, at the time of this video, have a video on my top 10 chest exercises to do, or if it hasn't released yet, it is coming soon, it is filmed as well. So we've covered the chest, now we're gonna do the lats. Most simple thing to do as a beginner, rather than using the lat pull down bar, is actually doing a single arm lat pull down. What most of you will probably be doing is keeping your shoulder very high up. This, when you're doing this, you're not going to be feeling your lats. So, what you want to do is you want to place yourself at a position where you're always under tension, as you can see by this isn't in, but this is out. And you want to create this 45-degree angle, I'll say, whatever this angle is though. And then you're going to start with pushing your shoulder forward. The first step you're going to do is retract the shoulder, pull it back with a straight arm. So pull it back with a straight arm, and then you're going to drive the elbow down towards your hips. When you're going down, you want to feel each layer of your lats working. So retract, drive, and feel each layer of your lats working. Slowly come back up. Protract, retract, drive, slowly coming back up. Most people do lat pull downs and don't actually feel their lats working because they don't actually know how to do it properly. So the most important things, keep the angle. You want to retract, drive, feel each layer of your lats working. Then when you're going up, first your arm goes up and then your shoulder. You don't want to be pulled up with your shoulder. So that's the lats. Now what we're gonna do is, rather than saying the spine, what we're actually trying to do is work out the back. A very good way to do that is reverse flies. So from an inclined position, what we're going to be doing is arms straighten down, come up high because of this bench, and then you're going to slightly bend your elbows and literally fly yourself up. Squeeze the back at the top and come back down. So 1, 2, 3, hold and slowly come back down. This should be a lightweight exercise. And then for the shoulders, the thing I like to do most for beginners, because generally people have bad core strength, is a single arm kneeling press. We're going to do this neutral grip. As neutral grip, we'll go more into the scapula, and what we'll do is press up and close yourself, and then down whilst retracting the shoulder. Up and down. You should really feel this burn. Try keep your wrist in line with your elbow the whole time. Try feel your core engagement as well as you're doing this exercise. And there we have it. That is how you fix internally rotated shoulders. You stretch, you release, you exercise all the areas that connect to the actual shoulder. Let me know if this works for you, and please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.